The Samsung ecosystem is better than Apple's. There, I said it. In this video, we're going to explore the core elements of what makes up Samsung's ecosystem and how everything connects to each other from one thing, the smartphone. Let's go. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. With how big Samsung's ecosystem is, you probably aren't even aware of the vastness of what it can actually do. I myself am deeply immersed in Samsung's ecosystem of products, and I kind of want to set the record straight about what it can do and show it all off. Today I want to break this down into sort of three different categories, because Samsung's ecosystem, whilst is connected, is also fragmented in a way as well. There is a common thread between the three. Let me see if you can figure it out in the comments below. I want to first look at the mobile ecosystem because there is a vast amount of products there. You obviously have the smartphone, you have the watches, you have the buds, you have laptops, all of that sort of encompassing products that connect and link with each other very, very seamlessly. But I then want to take a look at how these products sort of interact with the wider Samsung ecosystem and the platforms that enable that to happen. Before we dive into any of that though, there's one thing that you need to have set up: your Samsung account. This is the key driver that makes this entire ecosystem work as seamlessly as it does, because once your Samsung account is logged in everywhere, everything starts to sync and link up, and you can control it from pretty much anywhere around the world. True story. Okay, the mobile ecosystem. This is the one that I think most people know the most about. It's because it's the one that's the most covered. I myself cover a heavy chunk of this ecosystem because that's the one a lot of people, I guess, tend to think about when they think of Samsung. So of course, that's where we're going to start. At the center of the mobile ecosystem is the Galaxy S24 Ultra, or pretty much any flagship Samsung phone that you can get your hands on today. To sort of see the breadth of the ecosystem, you need to dive into the connected devices menu inside the settings. This shows you sort of everything that the ecosystem connects with other Samsung products, and this is where you can basically turn a lot of these functions on. As a bit of a starting point in here, I want to kind of begin looking at the ultra high-end ecosystem, because there's a lot that can be done within the ultra products that Samsung have. So what I'm talking about is the Book 4 Ultra, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the Tab S9 Ultra. From the Book 4 Ultra, or pretty much any recent Samsung laptop, you have something called multi-control. Multi-control effectively will enable you to utilize the laptop to control both your tab and your phone without needing to change the operating system on both of those devices. So you turn this on in the connected devices menu from within the phone and the tablet, and then also within the Galaxy Book Experience app that is on your Samsung laptop. When you open it up on your Galaxy Book, there is an option to have it auto connect, or you can have it manually connect depending on how you like it. Auto connect, depending on your usage, might be a bit frustrating because it will literally automatically connect straight away. Depends on your workflow whether you want that on or not. What I really like too is Samsung gives you the option to rearrange where the phone and the tablet is in relation to your other main displays. So you can have it be where you can drag the cursor from the bottom of the screen if they're sitting underneath, which is what I kind of have it to be. It's awesome because I can then flow from computer to tablet to phone and all the way back again. What's great too is you have the option to drag and drop files between all three devices. So you can take a photo from your phone and put it straight on your laptop and back again if you need to. Something that ties into that, and it's definitely more of a tablet thing, is second screen. The second screen functionality means that you can take with you your Tab S9 Ultra alongside your Book 4 Ultra. Again, recent Samsung tablet and recent Samsung laptop can be substituted in to support this, as long as they're of the higher end ilk. Basically, you can turn your tablet screen into a second monitor for your PC. So if you're out and about, as long as they're both on the same Wi-Fi network, you can have that monitor with you and it still be an extra device that you can get work done on as well. Activate it on the PC, and then if everything's synced up, it just automatically comes on. Otherwise, there is a toggle in the quick panel to turn it on your tablet. We also have continue apps on other devices. This one is great because on the phone and tablet, I showed this off in Samsung Notes last week, where you can basically pick up a Samsung Note file on your tab and back again on your phone. The way it works with these three products though, is it's basically like copying and pasting sort of any sort of file, picture, and then being able to drop it and paste it on the other device you're working on. So again, as I mentioned, Samsung account being logged in, all these devices sort of copy to clipboard universally. So if you copy something on your phone, it will say copied to clipboard on your laptop screen and again on your tablet screen. And then you can paste it into a Word document. You can paste it into a PowerPoint if you've got a photo. It's very clever. and very quick in how it sort of does this. I love it. Samsung laptops now have the phone app. So basically the phone app that's on your phone is also now on your laptop. So you can sync that up, make phone calls and initiate it from your laptop, and it'll use the data and service from your phone to make the call. Pretty neat. It just means that if you are working on your computer, you don't have to be picking up your phone all the time to take a call. You can take it from your laptop. There's a similar service on the tablet called Call and Text and Other Devices, where it's just in the settings, in the connected devices. You sync all this up, and again, phone calls and messages that you get on your phone will come through on your tablet to be able to answer them. We also have Quick Share, and there's pretty much a no-brainer. We all know what Quick Share does and the power of it. Being able to send multiple files from Samsung to Samsung and now Samsung to Android. It's part of the ecosystem and it works very, very well. I use it every day, literally every day, to get videos from my phone onto my Book 4 Ultra, which is down there, and the transfer speeds are great. I love using it. Expanding out from the Ultra ecosystem, but I guess it still connects, is the fact that you can have Buds auto switch. So the Buds, when they're connected to one device, automatically become paired and connected to all of them. So when you open up the case, it'll come up on all the devices that you have it connected to, theoretically, to connect to it. So whether that be your Book 4 Ultra, whether that be your Tab S9 Ultra, whether it be, if you've got multiple phones, S24 Ultra, Fold 5, whatever, all of that works. And it's just in the wearable menu, you turn it on, and it's great that the laptops are now part of this too. Again, Samsung count. One that you might not know about, and this was introduced, I want to say with the Galaxy Watch Active 2, long time ago, you can actually control PowerPoints from your watch. Yes. So let's say you are, I don't know, giving a presentation and you forgot your clicker. You can download the Samsung PowerPoint Controller app from the Play Store on your watch, and then pairing it to Bluetooth to your laptop, you can actually control PowerPoint presentations. I know. It's very easy to set up once you've installed it, and then you just have to pair it to your laptop to make it work. When you open the app on your watch, you hit the play button, and with the PowerPoint open, it'll start to present. Then all you need to do is change slides using the watch itself. It's really neat because with the Watch 6 Classic, for example, I can rotate the bezel and then it will change slides and move to the next slide in the presentation. Very, very neat, and one that I'm certainly going to be taking advantage of moving forward, because it means I don't need a clicker whenever I'm out and about. I just use this. What's next is Samsung DeX and link to Windows. As part of the PC and like mobile ecosystem, Samsung DeX works great on PC. You download it from Samsung's website. There's a literal Samsung DeX program for Windows, and then you compare it either wirelessly or with a cable. And then you've got a dual operating system laptop, and you can control your phone's operating system and your laptop using the keyboard and mouse from your computer. Link to Windows is of a different ilk, but it's basically the same concept in that you can control things that are happening on your phone from your laptop. The only difference with it is it doesn't require a syncing to start with. It will auto pair, and it pretty much works whether you've got mobile data or Wi-Fi. It's just syncing notifications, bringing in photos that you've got, and also the ability to sort of control music from your phone. If you are paired to the same Wi-Fi network, you can cast apps to your laptop and then control them from there, which I thought was pretty cool. And then new to One UI 6.1, you have camera sharing. So far, it works between phone and tablet. I haven't found the specific need to use it yet, because when I think about the cameras on the Tab S9 Ultra in particular, those selfie cameras are great. I wouldn't really think of the need to set up a completely different camera. The only thing I can think about is if you wanted to take it on the move, you can show people around a room using your phone camera. To turn it on, again, it's in the connected devices menu and it works okay. I briefly showcased it here using Google Meet, but I was a loner and had no one to meet with. So you can only see the bottom corner, but from what I can tell, it actually works really neatly and it's very easy to set up, as you can see. The thing with smartphones is a lot of people basically just use it to browse the internet, and you should be wanting them to browse your website. Thanks to today's sponsor, Squarespace, you can do just that. Smartphone ecosystems are important, but so are business ecosystems. Having your own website is a crucial part of any business, and I found Squarespace to be the perfect entry point to starting my own business ecosystem. You can get started using Squarespace Blueprint. It's their new guided system. It allows you to choose from curated layouts and styles that are tailored from your brand or business and automatically optimized for every device: PC,
and mobile. It allows you to launch your website much easier than you perhaps think it might be, and also helps you get discovered fast with optimized SEO tools at your disposal. I have grand long-term ambitions of setting up a tech with benefits shop, and I found Squarespace to be filled with all the tools I need to make that a reality. It offers flexible payment gateways and also a back-end system to look at all your analytics. I've been trying Squarespace, now it's your turn. Head to squarespace.com to start your own free trial today. When you're ready to launch your full website, use the URL on the screen now and also in the description to get 10% off your very first purchase. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
The thing is about Samsung's ecosystem is they don't just make phones and tablets and wearables. They are very much a company that expands their electronic footprint into so many different areas. The phone in particular is basically the heartbeat of the entire ecosystem, and Samsung have really made it work with a lot of other products. I want to start easy. SmartView. It's been around the longest and it works very, very well. For Samsung devices like monitors and TVs, there's no need to sort of really do any setup process. It pretty much works out of the box. But with other devices that support Mirrorcast, and Samsung have now put in Chromecast support too, you can cast to them also using SmartView. You can start SmartView from the quick panel. A double swipe down, you'll see SmartView down the bottom corner. You press on that, and then it gives you the list of devices to connect to within your range. As soon as you start casting, as you can see, it mirrors and reflects it on the screen that you've casted it to. In my case, the Frame TV, which is, you can't see it, but it's there. There's some really cool tricks that SmartView has added over time, like the ability to cast individual apps to the screen, and then it'll shrink it to a pop-up view on your phone screen, but keep it full screen on the TV. And that's really cool because then you can minimize it from your main screen and just keep interacting with your phone. Apps like YouTube, or if you've got your gallery open, you can keep the gallery and YouTube app on the screen and then have the rest of the phone be controllable without interacting or interrupting. It's really cool. It's within that little play button that comes up during SmartView. You can do Appcast. There's other things in there too. You can like hide the notifications from your TV when you are casting, which I think is really clever. And there's a really weird one in the labs where you can rotate the screen 90 degrees at the press of a button. I haven't figured out why you'd need that, but it's there. There's a second way to cast the TV with SmartView as well. That's directly from the gallery app. Samsung figured out that a lot of people are pretty much using SmartView to cast photos and videos. So from the photo itself, you can directly SmartView to the TV, and it basically works like Appcast, where it will cast only that to the screen and the rest, and it'll dim the phone screen to sort of conserve battery, especially if you're watching videos. Part of the SmartView experience that Samsung expanded into is wireless DeX. Now, it's pretty much the same as the DeX experience that you get when you cast via a cable, albeit slightly more lag. Not a lot. It's still very, very functional, but you get my point. It will cast the full DeX experience to any TV or any monitor. So it's really beneficial, especially if you don't want to carry heavy cables around. You can utilize the screens that you have around you without any physical sort of barriers stopping you from doing it. Being that these are Samsung products, DeX is built into the experience. So it actually have a DeX option within here to then bring up the DeX casting. So obviously it will work via HDMI with other monitors, but wireless DeX, that's something that's pretty much saved for Mirrorcast and Samsung screens. Rounding out like the casting and the SmartView is tap to view or tap to sound. They're pretty much the same thing. So if you do have a Samsung monitor or a Samsung TV, you can tap the phone against the side of it and it will immediately start the casting process. So you don't need to go through the rigmarole of the quick panel and then connecting. You simply just hold your phone against the side of it and it'll go start tap to cast, and then you can cast straight to the TV. It's also built into the fridge, which is crazy. And that's sort of where the lines start to get blurred between the ecosystems and where SmartThings comes into it. There's definitely a wider video that I want to do around the SmartThings platform, but here I want to focus on the control that you can initiate from your smartphone to Samsung's hardware ecosystem. I have covered in other videos SmartThings Find. Actually, you'll find that in the SmartTag 2 video, because I sort of break down how that network works, and that is part of SmartThings, but it's not going to be part of this video, so you can go watch that if you want more information. The good thing with the SmartThings app is it is so tightly integrated with Samsung's ecosystem that it just makes sense to sort of have all Samsung. I'm a bit biased. Easiest way to access device control and sort of SmartThings is through the quick panel. When you swipe down and swipe down again, there's the device control sits there in the bottom corner, and it takes you through to a list of devices that you can start to control immediately. You've got personal things through the devices that are in your home. It's all there and all encompassing, and even routines that you can initiate from here too. And I don't mean the routines that you set up in the routines app. I mean SmartThings routines, which are different. I'll get to that. As you can see in my list, I have TVs, I have air conditioners, I've got monitors. There's a whole bunch of devices that I've created with my Samsung products that sort of flow into here. I don't even have a remote for my air conditioner anymore. I simply just control it from my phone, whether I'm in bed, whether I'm in the lounge room, and it kind of works really nicely. And this is a bit of a sidebar, but Samsung and other ecosystems work well too, like Google's. Have a listen. Hey Google, turn on the bedroom air conditioner. Done. You better turn it off. Hey Google, turn off the bedroom air conditioner. But I also can control my TV too. Like, I can put it back to art mode. I can control the apps and sources that the TV has. Again, this is great if you lose your remote. You can use this remote on your phone, because who loses their phone? The routines, as I mentioned earlier, is a large part of the SmartThings like automation process. It sort of sits inside the SmartThings app, and you can really see the controls that you can set. You can have, if this happens, then this happens, and there's a whole list of things that you can control, whether it be location based, whether it be walking into your front door, connecting to something, or you can just manually trigger it. I, for myself, really like the ability to turn on my air conditioner when I'm on my way home from a hot day, because it means that when I do get home, the room's going to be cooled. Love that. The thing is, the SmartThings platform isn't just isolated to the phone. Samsung have made sure SmartThings sits on pretty much their entire range of devices. For example, my watch. I can be on my watch, and providing, again, it's like got a connection pass through, or if you have an LTE version of the watch, you can control your devices straight from here. The whole SmartThings list comes up. There is some limitations. You will need to do more finer controls on your phone, but just basic stuff like turning it on and off and changing temperature can be done from here. My laptop has SmartThings. So I can, again, while I'm standing at my desk doing some work, I can turn on the air conditioning, I can turn on the TV. It's all there. And even TVs. You can, again, control this sort of stuff from your TV. I haven't got one, but Samsung's washing machine range, you can actually get notifications on your TV when the load of washing is done. So you can get up and do some work for a change. That's also part of the fridge, which is crazy to think about. I haven't got one, but yeah. As you can see, the Samsung ecosystem is more than just quick share and hardware. Tortured poet myself. It's an ecosystem for your life, for your home, and even beyond that, because things like the tags, things like the products that you can control from external, it's not just something that's in your pocket. It's a whole vast array of things. I'm sure that I missed things, and I even didn't include a lot of the third-party stuff that can connect into SmartThings, and, you know, the services as well that are also part of Samsung's ecosystem, like Microsoft and Spotify. That's for another time. Make sure you subscribe. Videos like this aren't easy to put together. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You!